Okay, tonight we're gonna check out this knife here, the Lynn Thompson Ti-Lite. Can't show you the specs yet. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a little cutting. I got a brisket to slice up. I tell you what, I haven't even checked it out yet. I guarantee you the brisket is gonna slice amazing. If I can win that brisket, it doesn't slice amazing, I'm gonna have to do an extra giveaway just to make up for trusting in the Lynn Thompson Ti-Lite. But that crisp, remember the crisp burned through that brisket? This has extra humps, extra brisket cutting humps there. I'm guaranteeing that's gonna be awesome. I'm really excited to check this out. I wanna thank, whoa, hold on. Smoky Mountain, where are my Smoky Mountain stickers? Ah! Smoky Mountain. Thank you, Smoky Mountain, for giving this to me. Let me check it out. Really appreciate everything y'all do. So let's get into this.
Please hold. Jimislash, Jimmy, please hold. Please hold for Jimislash.
All right, Lynn Thompson Ti-Lite. Here, check out those specs really quick there. If I can get this thing to focus. Anybody got any recommendations on camera stuff? I would really appreciate that. Send me an email, jimislashyoutube@yahoo.com. I need to fix some stuff up here. All right, let's check this out. Let's get into this thing. Look, it comes signed by the man himself with his own majestic right hand. The Lynn Thompson Voyager box. Not the Voyager. That's over here. Yeah, I brought that out. Okay, so now this isn't something that you're normally gonna go, I wonder what kind of work that would do. I wonder if I could take that to the factory and do a little box. Now this is like something you're going, you gotta have knowledge of the human body, like which ribs you have to go between to get to the heart. 5th and 6th. I heard 5th and 6th. Is that wrong? 5th and 6th? Number 5, number 6? If you're a rib expert, let me know. So, and you're also, you're not gonna be like, oh, how many pieces of cardboard can I cut? It's gonna be like, how many slices is it gonna take to get to that guy's wrist? It'd be like the Tootsie Roll owl. 1, the 2, a 3. Right through. Not even know I was lefty for the rest of his life. Shouldn't have had that last energy drink. So let's check this out. We got a lot of inches here of 440C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inches? 6 inches of 440C. Now, if you've had the regular Ti-Lite, you definitely want one of these. This thing is something else. Now, the only issue I have with this, it's really difficult to get open left-handed. So what I'm trying to do is I'm gonna push off with that finger and see if I can give it a little flick. Oh, I can. Oh, now we're friends. It's gonna take a little work for you lefties to get it to where you like it. See if we can do it again. Yeah, gonna take a little flick. You might get yourself some Tommy John surgery problems there, but that's okay, because this knife is worth it. So you got that really wavy, crisp type blade there. Just a stabber and a slicer is gonna do some damage. You're gonna stick a pig with this thing, and he's just gonna die from fear and from also it touching his heart on both sides. All right, let's close this up. Now the handle. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 inches. What is this handle made out of? What does it say? Zyx. So it's basically a really hard plastic type handle. If you have the other Ti-Lites, you kind of know already about this. It's got all these excellent grip holes in here, so if you're John Wick in a whole room full of dudes, it's not going to get slippery. You're going to have enough suction there for your hand to get around. I'm telling you, this thing is so much fun. This is like the Chris Voyager. It may be even a little bit more fun than the Chris Voyager. Now, the thing about this is, don't get this as your primary EDC. Go get you something, nice and excellent for the office. You gotta open up envelopes. I'm not saying that won't open an envelope. It'll open a monster envelope, like a big, huge, ginormous envelope. Like one of those envelopes, one of those big old fake checks will come in. The big old, humongous knife. Check that out. It's got Lynn Thompson's faux signature on the blade there, etched on there. Oh, it's number 2. I got number 258. Number 258. All right. Very excellent blade. Now this liner lock Now, I was mentioning in one of my videos how the liner locks are kind of like the chicken legs of the knife community. Big upper body dudes, they don't work out their legs. And this is where the weakness is. If you go look at the test they did on this thing, I think this thing held up over 120 pounds on that liner lock on the Ti-Lite. So, this is not your normal type of liner lock. It's a very strong, very just rigid liner lock, but you will be able to shut it one-handed. It's not that much of a problem. And this will act as, you can either use this as kind of a front flipper type of thing. You can get that down. I'm not coordinated enough because I'm gonna pinch the mess out of myself and then stab the kitten over here. Yeah, I can't do that. But people with dexterous fingers can do that no problem. It also acts as a wave coming out of your pocket. So you can have that thing, you can pull this out and this can just fly right open. Now, it does not have a lanyard hole, but this thing doesn't really need a lanyard because you don't need, 14 feet of knife lanyard. This is, what, 7, 6, 13 inches. You already got a foot worth of goodness here. You can stab from back here. Extending your reach by about 8 inches or so. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to check this thing out as far as, what if you did? What if you're like, oh man, I'm tired of carrying my regular ZT into work. I'm tired of carrying my different things into work to play with. I want to see what this thing will do. If I had to open up some cardboard boxes with this, and so let's see if this thing has got any kind of usefulness. I'm not going to cut through a bunch of cardboard. I just want to see what it kind of would do if you had to break down some cardboard. So there you go. It's got a lot of leverage, and man, this thing will be fun. Everybody's pulling out the real 3-inch normal blades, and you pull out 6 inches of 440C. Look at that. It's gonna work really nicely. It's not giving me any hot spots at all. So it would be fun. This would be a fun knife, and that's what I think most of this knife is. Unless you're like a Doug Marcaida super knife expert level, you're not really looking for this for, your knife fighting abilities. Although this would scare off some people. This would be a +4 in your intimidation factor, in your D&D intimidation factor. If you pull this out, you'd make people run away just by having this in your hand. I'm not saying do that. I'm just saying it would happen. So now we're going to find out if it's any kind of usefulness in cutting up brisket and see. I'm saying it's going to do it. If not, we're going to do a giveaway. So I don't even know what the answer is. I'm not going to go back and re-record this because my brain would hurt. It gives me like weird ADD feelings in my tum-tum. All right, let's go check this out. All right, now we're going to try the Lynn Thompson Ti-Lite here with the cool, crisp-looking blade. And check this out and see if we can do this. I'm not going to do any stabbing because I just want... Oh, look at that. Almost cut my son. Sorry, buddy. Oh. So if you had to... Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at the depth of that cut. So look at that flick on that wrist. Oh, man. Oh, and then you take the slice out of it. Oh, man. So if you chop and pull back. All right, I'm emotional. Okay. All right, now let's just see if this has any kind of actual use. So you got this out in the woods. You've had fun. Check that out. Slice is right. Mean. Look at that. It's going right through this. So you got big slices here. Once again, you brisket experts, don't judge me. You don't know what I'm doing. You've never been where I've been. All right. So this thing's gonna work great. Just put that in the pan for right now. Gonna cook me up some brisket. See, this is good for chopping brisket and brisket sandwiches. This thing is not hurting my hand or anything. This thing is super sharp. The only problem you have with this knife is gonna be resharpening that blade. But if you got a little sharp maker or something like that, some stones, or if you know what you're doing with the different rods and stuff. This shouldn't be a problem. I'm just gonna break out my sharp maker. Should this get dull? Look at that, going right through. I think that's good enough to where the point I don't have to do the giveaway is what I'm saying. Look at that, it's gonna be good brisket. Check this out. Now, coming up, I'm gonna do a brisket video on how to cook brisket coming up this week, so hold out for that. Watch out for that. All right, a little bit left. Look, that's not a problem. This doesn't make my hand tired. It's got lots of good leverage back here. It's just a fun knife. That's all this is. It's not gonna replace every knife you have, but if you want to replace it for a little bit, it's gonna be a kitchen knife, it's gonna be a work knife just to have fun with. And of course, it's gonna be a long distance, stab your enemy while screaming out the creed of Conan. All right, let's get back to the table. Okay, so we just got back from the kitchen. Still winded from all the excitement, the excellent slicing and chopping. Saying sorry to my son for almost ending his career before it starts. This thing is awesome. This thing is so much fun. Really, really fun knife. 440C. You know what I'm gonna do? Just for you, I'm going to go ahead and shave the belly hair. You know how dangerous this is gonna be? I'm doing it for you. I'm doing it for you, Damien. Oh man, it's gonna be intricate. Gonna make my stomach look like a topographical map if I don't be careful. Still shaving. Still shaving. Oh, hello. That river wasn't there before. Alright, so this knife is still super sharp. You can have fun with this knife. It's just basically a fun knife. It's a dangerous knife, so you can use it as a truck knife if you want to use it for self-defense. Not a big problem with that either. This is just an awesome knife. What you're going to pay for it, the fun you're going to have with it, the usefulness you can get out of it if you choose to do so is not a big deal. Let's see how much this thing weighs real quick before I cut off and get out of here. It's not light, but it's balanced, so it doesn't feel super heavy. It's not like grabbing a Formax or something. Oh, it's not even that bad. 7 ounces. That's not too bad, right? What's the Lynn Thompson Voyager? This is a rippy, shreddy, vicious knife here. You know what? But I don't even think this one is as useful as that Ti-Lite, just due to the serration. So about the same in ounces. Oh man, this knife is fun. Oh yeah. Oh, I gotta get me another one of those. Oh man, get you one of these. This is a fun knife too. All the Lynn Thompson knives, all 2 of them, they're very fun. He definitely puts his name on the right stuff because these are kind of like knives that you can see him using and carrying and stuff. Just big, monstrous knives that just make no sense until you get them in hand, kind of thing. All right, so this is the Lynn Thompson Ti-Lite. Get this back here. And 440C steel, 13 inches overall. Mangled up that brisket nicely. And it did a good job. It wasn't like I was trying to hack at it and, you know, it was really difficult. It really went through the brisket super easy. So you could have fun with this knife. You could use it for what you wanted to use it for, basically, is what it's going to come down to. All right. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And if you like it or not, do you have one? Do you have the old Ti-Lite? Are you going to upgrade? I don't know if it's an upgrade. It's going to, like, side grade, if that's a word. It's not. You can use it, though. And just refer back to here when you do use it. All right, I'll talk to y'all later.